When we think of the world's most dangerous animals, our minds often jump to sharp teeth and powerful claws. However, the data reveals a much more complex and surprising reality about who the real killers are in the animal kingdom. Starting at the lower end of our scale, sharks often top the list of our greatest fears, despite causing very few fatalities. On average, sharks are responsible for only about 6 human deaths per year globally, while wolves follow closely with roughly 10 deaths. Moving to larger land mammals, lions and tigers continue to be formidable predators in their respective habitats. Lions are estimated to cause around 250 deaths annually, highlighting the persistent danger of human-wildlife conflict in rural regions. Interestingly, not all dangerous animals are carnivores. Some of the most lethal are actually herbivores, protecting their territory. Elephants, despite their gentle reputation, are responsible for approximately 500 human deaths every single year. Equally dangerous is the hippopotamus, which is widely considered Africa's deadliest large land mammal. Hippos are highly territorial and aggressive, leading to another 500 fatalities annually, often involving capsized boats in river systems. Furthermore, crocodiles represent an ancient threat that has remained virtually unchanged for millions of years. Their stealthy ambush hunting style contributes to an estimated 1,000 human deaths per year across tropical regions. In addition to these visible giants, we must consider the horrifying impact of internal parasites. Tapeworms and roundworms cause thousands of deaths annually through malnutrition and organ failure, often affecting the most vulnerable populations. Even more shocking is the freshwater snail, which acts as a host for the parasite that causes schistosomiasis. This neglected tropical disease results in an estimated 10,000 to 20,000 deaths per year, proving that size does not equal lethality. Transitioning to insects, the assassin bug carries Chagas disease, which can lead to chronic heart issues. These bugs are responsible for roughly 12,000 deaths annually, predominantly in Central and South America. Similarly, the tsetse fly is the primary vector for African sleeping sickness, a devastating neurological condition. While international health efforts have reduced these numbers, it still claims approximately 10,000 lives each year. Meanwhile, scorpions remain a significant threat in arid environments across the globe. With thousands of species, but only a few dozen being lethal, they still manage to cause around 3,300 deaths per year through their venomous stings. Perhaps most heartbreakingly, our closest companions, dogs, are responsible for approximately 35,000 deaths annually. The vast majority of these cases are caused by the transmission of the rabies virus through bites in regions with limited vaccine access. Scaling up significantly, snakes are one of the most prolific killers on Earth. With over 100,000 people dying annually from venomous bites, the challenge remains developing and distributing antivenom to the remote areas where it's needed most. In a tragic turn of irony, the second most dangerous animal to humans is, in fact, other humans. Through acts of violence and conflict, humans are responsible for approximately 437,000 deaths of their own species every year. However, the undisputed champion of death in the animal kingdom is the tiny mosquito. By carrying malaria, dengue fever, and the Zika virus, this small insect causes a staggering 750,000 to 1 million deaths annually. Looking back at the entire spectrum, it is clear that the animals we fear the most, like sharks and lions, are often the least dangerous statistically. The true threats are frequently the ones we cannot see, or the ones we coexist with daily. To wrap up our journey, understanding these numbers helps us focus our conservation and medical efforts where they can save the most lives. it also humbles us to realize that the smallest wings can cast the longest shadows over human history. Thank you for watching this deep dive into the world's most dangerous creatures. Stay curious, stay informed, and remember that knowledge is the best defense against the mysteries of the natural world.